Hello, welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And it's the holiday season. Merry Christmas. During the holiday season, we all look for desserts and different, specialized desserts. We look for all sorts of different desserts and pies, and, something very decadent to put on the holiday table. So a few years ago, I was flying back from Guyana, from Georgetown, and had to do a couple of detours. I took a Cuban airline, and I went to Havana, and then I connected to a Mexican airline, which took me into Mexico City. Now, in Mexico City, I had a layover before flying over to California. Anyway, during that layover in Mexico City, had lunch at a restaurant, and I was looking for a dessert, and the locals that were there. I asked someone, and they said, try what they called it. I need to call it Budin, which was a bread pudding, right? A bread pudding. So they said, this is bread pudding, and this is delicious, and you'll love it. So I decided to try it. It was fantastic. It was so decadent and so well made, and I just loved it. So I did several versions of bread puddings and stuff like that before, but this one I just wanted to be authentic, so I researched that recipe, and I'll share that with you today, and we'll add some surprising ingredients in there. Anyway, let's go to the ingredients for Budin du Pain. If I'm saying it right, Budin du Pain bread pudding. Anyway, it's a decadent bread pudding. We're going to make a Mexican style bread pudding. Let's call it that. Okay, so here we go to the ingredients. Okay, so here are the ingredients for my Mexican bread pudding, or the Budin du Pain. We need some milk. We need 3 tins of evaporated milk, 3 cans of evaporated milk. These are 12-ounce cans. It's calling for 36 ounces. So these are 12-ounce cans. So I'll use 3 of those. 3 cans of evaporated milk, 4 large eggs, a cup and a half of white sugar, granulated sugar. You need some allspice, some nutmeg, and some vanilla, and I have a mixed baking spice here, which I'll add in there also. And you also need half a cup of raisins, or you can put more depending on your taste. You prepare 2 loaf pans. With 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of butter each, and you're going to really butter the bottom of the pan and the sides. Make sure the sides are done and the bottom is done really good, and then we'll sprinkle half a cup of brown sugar in each pan. Oh yeah, you need 1 cup of light brown sugar also. So if I didn't mention that. So let's go ahead and get started preparing the pans and set them aside, and then we'll go to the other mixtures. So we've preheated our oven to 350. I'm preheating the oven right now, and you just make sure the sides of these pans are well done, and also the bottom. every inch of it. Okay. You make the majority of the butter in the bottom here. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other pan, and I'll be back. So here's what your pan should look like once you're done preparing them. The brown sugar in the bottom and the butter on the side, butter in the bottom. So I did both of them. And okay, so we'll set these aside and we'll move to the next step. So in a large enough pot, over medium heat, you're gonna add the milk. Milk, 3 times evaporated milk. Again, 36 ounces. I'm going to add our raisins in here. I'm going to add a cup and a half of granulated sugar in here. Allspice, we'll season this allspice. I'll grate some nutmeg in here. I don't want to use my mixed spice also. We'll give this a stir. I'm going to place all the measurements in the description box. Below. So you give this a stir, let it get some heat, let it start heating up. Granulated sugar, let the sugar melt. You bring this to a boil. Then you immediately remove it from the fire, from the heat. So let it come to a boil. Once it starts to come to a boil, I don't want the milk to boil. As soon as it starts to get to that point, you remove it. And my wonderful homemade bread. That's what we're going to use. Or you can use any white bread. Since I have my homemade bread, I'm going to use that. So let's just heat this to make sure it's once it begins to come. So I removed the milk mixture from the heat because it was about to come to a boil. We don't want it boiling actually. Just remove it. Just break the bread off. You don't no need to remove the crust or anything. 16 to 18 ounce loaf. 16 to 18 ounce loaf of bread. This recipe, and you get I already have a spoon here, so just take that spoon and press it all in, press the bread down once you got all the bread in here. Okay, you just press it so it absorbs all that liquid. So, we have our bread in there. I'm going to put our vanilla in, a teaspoon of vanilla in there. I already have my other spices in there. And now we're going to go for the eggs. So here we're going to stir the egg mixture in, and I whip the egg with just a little more vanilla to enhance it, and to take the eggy taste out. So you have to still stir the eggs in, because the mixture is cooled off for a little bit since you put the bread in there. Once the bread is in there, it's cooled off for a little. If you put it in too hot, you know what you're going to get: scrambled eggs, right? So just add this, make sure all the eggs in there. Give this a good stir. And this is the consistency that you're looking for. Now we're going to pour the batter into the pans. Let's clear up here a little bit. And we're going to spoon this batter into our pans now. That looks good. Good. Awesome. clean this up. Cool. So let's get a picture. $350. Oven is at $350, and we'll put it in here 55 to 60 minutes, maybe an hour or maybe less. So let's get it in the oven, and in the middle, you have it in the middle rack. You set your rack for the middle. You usually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 3, 5. And the third one up, that should be the center of the oven. So you want this in the middle of the oven so that it will take its time. And we'll be back in 50 minutes. Check on it, back in 50 minutes, check on it, make sure it's okay. If it needs some more time, you just give it the extra 10 minutes. So, I'll be back. The Mexican bread pudding, or the Budin du Pain. Budin du Pain, or Mexican bread pudding. So here we are, guys. Chris's Caribbean Delights presents to you a Mexican bread pudding, or a Budin du Pain. Budin du Pain, a Mexican bread pudding. So, I hope you'll follow and try this recipe. It's fantastic. See how decadent, you can see how decadent it is, and it's really something that you can use for your holiday table as a dessert. And I have to try a piece. I'll have to try 2 pieces as much as so. Like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next clip. Bon appetit.